What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today we've got another pocket tutorial for you. This is a pro replica of Jake Frocarro of the PLL Chaos. He's using the Maverik Kinetik and Hero3 as you get ready for this next PLL season. This is a really great Kinetik pocket that a lot of you guys have requested, and I think it is his pro replica. It's a little different than how we normally do it, but this would be a great option for you guys who have Kinetiks out there. So it's right in the middle of the pocket. It's not so channel defined as some things we normally string, but it performs really nice. It shifts up a little bit, shifts down a little bit, but this is going to be a really great option. He obviously can bomb the ball, so it'd be great for midfielders, but also you attackmen. So the things you need to know: string a standard 9-diamond top string on the first hole. If you need help with that, we have a tutorial. We'll put it down in the description. And then other than that, it's going to be your regular knots, 1s and 2s, which you guys should know by now. If not, I'll give a quick breakdown when we're doing the tutorial. But without further ado, let's get into how to string the pocket. Okay, so you've got your 9-diamond top string starting on the first hole of the Kinetik. So we're going to start our sidewall on the second sidewall here. So go through from the outside. We're going to do just a single loop. So up from the face of that first diamond of mesh and then back to that second sidewall hole, creating a loop, and then finish it off. You just go back through that same diamond one more time. And now we're going to do a sequence of 3 overhand knots to pull the mesh down tight. So we're going to skip one hole, go down to the 4th. So go in from the outside of that sidewall hole, then up through the mesh, and then going around and back through that loop you created. Pull all the tension out to get it nice and tight. Yank it down, again getting all the tension out of that knot, and then you've got that overhand knot pulling that mesh down nice and tight. So we're gonna do that one more time. Skip another sidewall hole, come down to the one right after that little stringing notch there, through the outside of the hole, up through the mesh, and back around, making that overhand knot that's gonna pull it down nice and tight, not let it move over time. Get that nice and tight, and then one more time, skipping one more sidewall hole, we're gonna do a knot on the 4th diamond of mesh. That's gonna get our channel well set up to be nice and tight. So there we've got our 4 knots pulling that channel down tight. You can see it's gonna have that nice V taper. Now we're gonna move into our 1s and 2s. So we'll start out with a 1, going up through the bottom of the mesh on that next hole, and then right into the next sidewall hole from the outside, and then through the loop without going back through the mesh. And that's going to create that 1. Now we're going to do a 2, and this is a little different than how we normally do it, but we're going to skip 2 sidewall holes. So up through the next diamond of mesh, then back around and through a second diamond of mesh, and then we're going to skip 2 sidewall holes, so 1, 2, and go through the one after that 2 skip. And this is going to let these diamonds of mesh sort of float around there and move a little bit, which will help the pocket move. Then we're going to do another 1 without skipping any sidewall holes. So up through the mesh, and this time right into the next sidewall hole. Now I've got another 1, this time skipping a single sidewall hole. So up through the mesh, skip 1 sidewall hole, and go down to the 3rd from last. And then finally, we're gonna have one more 1 that we're gonna finish with. This one come through the back of the mesh, and then from the inside to the outside of the sidewall on that last sidewall hole, tie off your knot, and you will be done with the sidewall pattern.
That's perfect.
All right, so there you've got, just slipped out of my hands. So there you've got the pattern all strung up. Turned out really great for bottom string. He's using a simple loop style bottom string on the next 10 diamond row. So that gives the pocket just a little extra depth down there at the bottom so it can shift down. If you want it to stay a little higher, you can bump that bottom string up to the 9 diamond row right under that last hole of pattern. But if you like that shiftiness, go ahead and use that 10 diamond row. Just make sure it's pulled really tight so your pocket's not illegal. For shooting strings, last year for the Chaos, he used some really low shooting strings, but it seems like with this setup, he's going to use some higher ones with the Hero3. So I would just put a nylon and a straight on the 9 diamond rows or 3 straights, and it's gonna work pretty well. So make sure to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, let us know in the comments what other tutorials you guys wanna see. We'd love to teach you how to do more pockets, especially pro replicas, and have a great day.
So this past PLL season, I used the Maverik Kinetik with the Maverik caliber shaft, and I also used the Hero 2.0 mesh. And this is the first summer I basically used it the whole season. I mean, I absolutely loved it.